All right, let's now get you the big news that's in fact coming from the United States of America, where if you're someone who regularly uses TikTok, then this will have a direct impact on you in the United States. Because the American House of Representatives, that is the Congress, has now passed a bill that could lead potentially to a nationwide ban on TikTok. Once the Senate passes the bill, TikTok will be removed from all US app stores if the Chinese tech giant ByteDance does not sell its stake on the platform. The passage of the bill through the GOP-controlled House comes even as the former President Donald Trump has signaled opposition for a ban on TikTok. Trump, however, has said that he believes TikTok security concerns around national security and data privacy need to be addressed. The bill passed by a vote of 352 in favor with 65 against, with bipartisan support, but it faces a more uncertain path in the Senate. Some in the House, in fact, favor a different approach to regulating foreign-owned apps that could pose a security concern for the United States. The Democrat Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has not indicated as to how he intends to proceed from here. The President Joe Biden has said that he'll, of course, sign the bill into a law if it passes in the Senate. The big question, of course, is how would ByteDance, which is one of the world's most popular social media platforms, react to the ban? Now, TikTok is used by nearly about 170 million American users. US lawmakers say that TikTok's owner ByteDance has got links with the Chinese Communist Party, something that ByteDance and TikTok have denied. The measure is, of course, the latest in a series of moves in Washington to respond to US's national security concerns about China. All right, now, to give us more perspective in this, we're being joined in by my colleague Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live from New York. Susan, bring us up to speed with what, of course, is expected. Does it mean that the United States, which, of course, is going ahead with banning of TikTok, does it expect any more legal barriers before TikTok is banned?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we still don't know what's going to happen in the Senate on the one hand. And on the other hand, companies like Rumble and Microsoft really are zoning in on what will happen with TikTok, hoping to make it an American company so it doesn't completely get banned. I mean, that's one of the conditions. But ultimately, because of the national security implications, it seems like it has bipartisan support and very strong support on Capitol Hill for it to be banned if it continues to be allegedly tied to the Chinese Communist Party. But I think it was very interesting that when we were looking at the bill, it does talk about TikTok to a great extent, but it also gives the government permission to close any social media, not just, ones that are related to foreign governments and entities, if the government finds out that they're, quote unquote, interfering in elections. That's a very broad sort of description, and it might really cause a lot of concern among free speech advocates, and it might have First Amendment implications. So, we'll have to wait and see. As you mentioned, there are those that are concerned that a lot of Americans are making money on this app. Others are saying, mostly on Capitol Hill, that it's just too much of a problem, notably coming from China.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much, indeed, Susan Tehrani, for joining us and getting us all those updates there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.